This channel is proudly sponsored by Gates of Krystalia, a card-driven isekai-style tabletop RPG. Your character has died, perhaps Truck-kun has bumped into your character, and now you are reincarnated in a new world as a fantasy hero. Choose from a wide selection of races and classes, wield powerful weapons, cast astonishing spells. You will find the link to the late pledge Kickstarter in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Astoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released the Whispers of Copperich adventure module. You will find the links in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, Game Master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Hi, this is my review of Weird Frontiers Last Stop Perdition. This is a level 1 adventure for the Weird Frontiers role-playing game. If you haven't seen the other reviews featuring that Weird West Dungeon Crawl Classic Style Tabletop RPG, please check out the playlist in the description below. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF, and just a warning, this review is going to contain spoilers. The quality is exceptional, everything is well written, organized and explained. You have bookmarks, you have hyperlinks, you have beautiful illustrations that represent the weirdness, the macabre, the savage nature of the Weird Frontiers setting. Most of the illustrations are in black and white, so overall the quality is incredible. Now let's talk about the contents. In the area of Utah, there is a religion, the Voice of Death. This cult is being empowered by the souls of the dead, and they represent a threat for the authorities. So the powers that be have devised a plan to create a train that travels between worlds using the best of technology and eldritch mysteries. This machine will travel through dimensions and deliver the restless dead to their places of potential eternal rest. That way the Voice of Death cult or religion won't be empowered by these unfortunate souls. But this is not an easy task to carry out, as the train will be assaulted as it makes its journey through worlds. Adventure hooks are provided in order for the player characters to get involved with this situation, so they will have to contend with the many dangers that assault them from within and without the train. Expect battles on top of the train, inside of the train and around the train, as the players interact with various entities. And of course you will have to make some voluntary and involuntary stops along the way. Now, this being the Kickstarter version of the adventure, as I understand it, the Void Ranger, the character class included here, also appears on the standard version, but it is worth mentioning. The Void Ranger is one of those rare spirits with the ability to cross back into the Skin Lands, where you are able to help your posse of old with the ability to spot those normally unseen by the human eye and throw some ghostly lead into their hides should they be looking for trouble. Some say you're just a ghost with a bad attitude. Now, there is an included adventure here. This is a short adventure and it is exclusive to this Kickstarter version of the module. It is called Mountain Devils of Muddy Creek. A group of prospectors have made their way into the wilderness in order to seek profit, but they have stumbled upon a very dangerous group, a group of skookum. They have been harassing and even killing the prospectors. Some of them managed to escape, and one of them got possessed by one of the skookum. So now, because they were commissioned to do so, or because of curiosity, the player characters will have to interact with this terrifying ordeal. Now, what do I think about this adventure module package? I think both adventures are great, but the Last Stop Perdition adventure really takes the cake. I consider it my favorite adventure of all of the Weird Frontiers adventure modules that I have reviewed. It has everything: moments of action, social interaction with weird entities, as well as many opportunities to insert that adventure into any campaign. I think that the weakest aspect of this entire package of modules, that is, of both adventures is that the adventure hooks are not very satisfactory. They are very loose, almost like an excuse, instead of an important event or circumstance within the campaign. I would recommend that, for example, in the case of the Last Stop Perdition adventure, you get the characters into the adventure as they board a train to some other destination. You are provided with the adventure hook of looking for the Necronomicon pages, but I think it's much better to run the adventure when the player characters decide to board the train. Perhaps they are just thinking of getting from one place to the other, and now they are involved in this supernatural journey. And in the case of the Mountain Devils of Muddy Creek, this is short and sweet. It is not as complex or nuanced when compared to the other journey through the different worlds of the dead and the living, but it's certainly gruesome, savage, and mysterious considering that one of the surviving prospectors has been possessed, and there are still prospectors alive back in the base camp, the original prospector camp. So if the player characters want to rescue those non-player characters, they better hurry up. So my highest recommendation, definitely get Last Stop Perdition, especially if it's the Kickstarter version. And the Void Ranger is so fun, you are pretty much a ghostly ranger. You are made out of ectoplasm. So it's a very interesting class to pass through worlds. You have that ability of sidestepping and passing through solid objects and planes. Thank you for watching this review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member or using the super thanks button. You can also check out the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop RPGs, you are not having a conversation about your characters, you are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.